Howdy, this is Dig Daddy, always bringing you the best in shovel to sluice pay dirt. Today, I'm going to take you out to the farm and show you how to properly grow pay dirt from a potato. Now, it's really simple. All you need is a patch of dirt, a shovel, and a potato. You want to dig a hole. Well, look at that, a little worm friend. Hey, there's the other half of him. And then take your potato, put it in the hole, and cover it up. Now, there's no need to water, since up here in Washington, it rains every 32 minutes. And all you got to do is wait. All right, now all you got to do is come back a little bit later, make sure you marked where it's at, and dig it up. And sure enough, our potato is now pay dirt. And that's how you do it.
What's going on, everybody? This is Dig Daddy bringing you another episode of Backyard Prospecting. And here we are out in the shed, and I got a little something for you today. And that's right, I went out to Liberty, stopped by old First Creek Rocks, the rock shop out there, and got myself a bag of that Corbleys potato pay. Paid $50 for the bag, and it's a nice hefty bag. I'd say probably somewhere between 3 to 5 pounds. We'll get the scale down here in a little bit and find out for sure. But yeah, had a good time going through it last time we picked some up, and I think we'll be having a good time here today. But we'll go through it, classify it all out, find out what's what. And like I say, I paid $50 for it. And you can pick one up for yourself by either going out there to Liberty, Washington and stopping by the shop. Or you can give them a call and they can put an order together for you. And ship it over to you. So you just have to give them a call. Their information's down below. I'll leave that for you guys to check out. But as for me, I'm going to check out this pay dirt. So let's hop on over, shake it out, and see what's going on. Let's go.
All right. First things first, let's find out how much this baggie here weighs. For $50, we got ourselves about 3.5 pounds of dirt. A little bit under. Which is pretty good. This bag is nice and full. Now, speaking about the bag, it is not heat sealed, and it is a pretty thin bag. Now, since you're probably going to be picking it up from there, probably not too big of a deal. Be careful, don't drop it on your way home. I would definitely recommend against burying it in the ground. When I did that, I popped a little hole in the back and had to close that up. So not a very horribly resilient bag. So one thing to keep in mind. Now, if it ships to you, hopefully they'll put some ample packaging around it. Just because I kind of fear that if it rattles around in a package too much, this bag will probably split open. Like I say, kind of a weak bag. Not to say that you should be burying your dirt in the ground, but I don't think it should have popped open quite so easily. Either way, I'm going to blame that one on me. Otherwise, we're all good. Let's start sifting this out. Look at it. And it is pay dirt from Liberty, Washington. Kind of a grayish brown mix in there. Definitely some organics to see in here. Quite a bit. So I'm probably going to run this off just to get the organics out of the way and maybe get rid of a little bit of that dust. Getting tired of running all that through my water and having to re-clean it every time. So this time we're gonna pre-wash a little bit. But first, let's sift it out, break it up to its classifications. As always, we'll start with the 1/4 inch, get those big rocks out of there. and go on from there. Now I'll go ahead and fast forward these next couple scenes, so kick back, listen to some tunes, and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. So here's what we got. While I'm getting our classifications going here, now we'll start up here with the 1/4 inch and above. What, like 10 rocks in here? If that, 15 rocks at most. A little bit of dust. We'll take care of that. Oops. All right. So barely anything in the above 1/4 inch, and that's great. I hate getting too much there because, you know, you're probably not going to find much by way of gold nuggets up there. So it's just wasted space, but none in this bag. So that was good. We'll just toss that out of here. Now, the above 10, just above that bottom riffle on the pan here. A lot of organics in this material, very, very thick in the organics, so we're going to wash this off before we hit the sluice, just to get rid of some of that stuff. The plus 20, same deal on the organics, just a little bit smaller, but a good amount of material here, a little bit more than we found in the plus 10, about a little over halfway up that first riffle in the old the pan here. Good amount of material. We'll go ahead and check this one for magnetics. And not a whole lot in there. We usually don't see a whole lot out of Liberty dirt. Next, of course, we have our plus 40, our coarse sand. Still no magnetics in there. Now, as far as amount, about the same as we had in the plus 20, about halfway up that first riffle, a little bit over halfway up that first riffle, almost actually up to the top of the first riffle, almost. And then finally, our sub 40 plus 100, the soft sand, about the same amount of material, a little bit less actually, about halfway up that first riffle. So a really good spread amongst the 3 pounds of dirt, 3.5 pounds of dirt. Good amount of pay dirt, good stuff. And I definitely saw some little flakes of gold in here, so I'm excited to run that through the sluice. Now, I went ahead and busted out the sub 100 stuff. Now, I doubt they put any pay dirt or gold in here, but you never know what was naturally in the dirt. And I might fire up the blue bowl and run this through it. This is everything that was sub 100, plus a couple pieces of something that were stuck on something. Lint. But maybe we'll run this through the blue bowl, see if there's any fine pieces that are hanging out in here. Or maybe we'll just run it down the sluice. I don't know, we'll see. Either way, we're gonna get all this stuff wetted up, clean these organics out, and then get it ready to run down the sluice. So don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. All right, grab this shovel and get to work.
Now, of course, we're going to start off with the plus 10, work our way down from there, how we always do. And let's see what we got. I was just about to say I ain't seen no gold yet, but this dirt has made a liar out of me because there is a nice chunker right there. Alright. Let's get that in the sluice. There she goes. Ooh, there's another one. That's a good bag. Oh, there's more dirt hiding behind the shovel. Alright, so far so good. The 10 was looking good. Definitely saw some gold in there, so I'm excited to see how this works out. I'll go ahead and speed things along so nobody falls asleep. And we'll be right back with that gold.
All right, got all that dirt run. I decided to go ahead and run that sub 100 right here rather than taking it over, setting up the blue bowl and dealing with all that. Just gonna let this run for a couple more seconds. You can watch that go and flow. Very pretty. Alexa, pause. All right, so there we go. We're all good to go, done running that. We wound up moving the sub 40 and running it down the sluice rather than setting up the blue bowl. Just not in the mood to set all that up. It's a lot of hassle. Dream Matt's gonna catch it anyway, so we'll see what we got. You guys come on over with me and do the reveal. All right. Zoom in. Big old chunky pieces in there. Oh yeah. Now I didn't really see any small flakes as we were going through. Usually you'll see a lot of little dusties in the sub 20, 40 and 100. Didn't see any of that this time. Just this chunkier stuff. So hopefully it's just hiding. But we'll see what all this comes out to. Let's go clean it up. There's your gold, baby. Nice big chunkies in there too. Look at the big picker right there. Donk. In fact, all of these are pickers. Every last one of them. Pick every single one of them. Even this little wiry one that looks like a fishing hook. Can't really see it because it's not focusing. Looks like a little fishing hook. Even that one could be picked up. So that is pretty impressive. No real fine gold in there, but I have a feeling this is going to weigh enough that I'm not going to mind. Let's go weigh this up, sucker it up, and dry it out. We'll be right back. All right, all you dirty gold diggers. We are back. We got this we got this gold all dried up. Minor Bob and the ass are hanging by, ready to see what is going down and what came up. Corbleys Potato Patch Paydirt $50 bag. And here we go. Let's fire this baby up. We got the O's.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Well, nobody asked you. All right. 0.705 grams of gold. All right. Some nice big chunky pieces. Big picker. There's a weird looking hook wire gold. Pretty slick. All right, we'll get this all put away. We'll be right back with your final words and ROI right after these pictures.
Welcome back, prospectors. Well, what can I say? That was some pretty decent dirt there. Corbleys Potato Patch Paydirt from First Creek Rock Shop. Now, as always, we'll talk about the dirt first, then we'll go on to the gold. So let's talk about that dirt. Let's talk some dirt. Now, the dirt was dirty. Obviously, it's natural pay dirt. I will give you right now, extreme organics warning. Here's a picture. or a video, a little clip of the cleaning of the dirt and how much organics came out of just one of the classifications. And it was the same story for every one that I washed up. A bunch of pieces came up, flush them off, flush them off, flush them off. Eventually we got them out of there and we're good to go. And I definitely recommend doing that if you pick some of this up, before you start running it into your tub or running it down your sluice and getting it into your recirculating system. Clean off those organics. There's a lot, and it will absolutely destroy your water in your tub. It's going to get it dirty anyways. This is some dusty ass stuff. But at least if you get the organics out of there, it's not going to clog up your motor and your filters or whatever you're using to recirculate. So I definitely recommend getting rid of that. Now, once we're past all that, the dirt itself is pretty solid. There was a good spread of dirt across the classifications. There was not a whole lot for 3.5 pounds of dirt. There was not a whole lot of plus 1/4 inch stuff, and that's awesome. I really appreciate that when sellers don't waste space with that plus 1/4 inch. Unless I'm expecting nuggets, there's no reason to include that classification. We're not running that. That's not cons. That's just big rocks, and it just takes up space. That's all it really does. So it was really nice to not see a lot of that, them having classified everything above that out of there very well. Left a good amount of material for the rest of the classifications that we actually do want to go through. Now, my only real gripe, and this kind of segues into the gold portion, is that, and this seems like a really stupid gripe as well. Basically, the gold was too big. The problem here is the gold was just too big. There was nothing below, man, I'll say 20 mesh was probably the smallest gold that was in here. I don't believe this is naturally occurring in this dirt. I'm pretty sure based on the fact that they sell different levels of inclusion in gold or bags. 150, I think they have a 25 even. Big, small, medium, whatever. I'm assuming they set the amount of gold that's in the bags. And there just wasn't a lot of little gold in there. So I feel like pretty much everything below 20 mesh was kind of a waste of space. Left for a lot of mess. And if there's no gold in there anyways, then no real need to include it and waste the time going through it. So I would have liked to see gold more throughout the classifications, not just up there at the larger. But I can't complain because I like me some chunky gold. I like a little thickness on my gold. And so there you go. I mean, it's not too bad. Now, like I said, let's segue onto the gold. And we'll go ahead and put up the numbers board here, the ROI thing. And as you can see, we'll just go down the list as we do. The bag itself cost me $50. Now, this was picked up in person, so there was no shipping. I'm pretty sure there was probably some tax on there. This is America, and we pay tax for stuff. At least here in Washington, there is sales tax. So there's probably a little tax on it. We don't consider that. It was a $50 bag of dirt. We found a total weight of 0.713 grams of gold. When it all settled down, it was 0.713 grams of gold. Now, that's going to get us a today value of $40.90. So that's going to give us a pretty damn decent ROI of 81%. Now, 81%, I will take that all day long. It was a fun bag to go through, and that's a fairly decent return of gold for that kind of a bag. Now, again, considering there was as much dirt in there as there was, I would have liked to see more gold throughout. Maybe spread the weight of the weight of the gold out a little more, like I was saying earlier. But overall, 81.8% technically is a really good return. So, what I would say, if you happen to find yourself cutting across Washington, head up the 97, stop yourself over at First Creek Rock Shop, and pick yourself up some Corbleys Potato Patch Paydirt. I think you'll have a really good time going through it. While you're there, check out all the other cool stuff they have. Lots of geodes and rocks and just so many awesome things. I can't even begin to list them all. So stop by, check them out. First Creek Rock Shop. I'll leave their information down below because you can contact them and they'll ship these things out to you as well. I've been told if you call them up and you're nice about it, they'll take you on a virtual tour of the shop and you can pick out stuff right there over the phone. So check them out, First Creek Rock Shop. Otherwise, this is Dig Daddy signing out from the shed. Don't forget to head over to my backyard prospecting website. I got tons of pay dirt over there available, as well as lots of prospecting gear. And don't forget to also hit like, subscribe, and thumbs up, and do all the other stuff you're supposed to do on these videos. And yeah, there you go. This is Dig Daddy signing out from the shed. If I don't see you out at the rivers, I'll catch you in the backyard. Peace.